Hello YouTubers, it's James. I'm not going to say I'm back in the shop, but I'm going to say I'm back. It's been quite a while since I made a YouTube video, and so much has happened since the last one. I'm going to take you on a little brief tour of all the things I've been able to accomplish in the past 8 or 9 months. One of the things is back in December, I had my right shoulder replaced. Actually, they did something called a reverse shoulder replacement. And ever since then, I've been taking physical therapy twice a week to try to get range of motion back and strength back. And this was an accident that happened 4 years ago, and I lived in a lot of pain through that, and I didn't want to have anything done during COVID. So we did it last December, and I'm almost back to normal. So that's a good thing. So let me do some handheld camera work, and I'll walk you around and show you some of the things that we've accomplished in the past 8 or 9 months. So first of all, I've managed to get the shop into somewhat of a workable space. I did a video on the bench that I made, but I saw the very popular April Wilkerson made a bench out of, I think it was 4 sheets of 3/4 plywood, maybe 5. So I copied her bench and actually made a couple of improvements. I put a masonite top on it so that once I goof it up, I can replace it if it gets stained or burned or cut up. So I gained quite a few square feet of space by moving my CNC machine out to an adjoining room. I had to cut the doorway out to get it in. I haven't finished trimming it up yet. The room is a little bit of a mess, but I do most of my CNC and laser work out here now. Have a miter saw out in this room, but I will be making a mobile miter station soon. And I just set up some shelves to attach grow lights to, because I'm going to be growing seedlings for the new planter garden, which I will explain in a few minutes. I follow James King on King's Fine Woodworking on YouTube. Great channel, you should go there. And he designed these wonderful Adirondack chairs. I'm going to be making 2 rocking chair versions of it, but I will insert pictures of the other Adirondack chairs that I have already made, and we'll be taking orders for actually very soon in my local area. So this is the Adirondack chair that I made based on James King's design. It's a very modern version of the traditional Adirondack chair. With lumber prices being so high, I decided not to attempt this in either cedar or redwood, but instead chose 2x material from the local big box store. And then I chose a very, very good penetrating oil in the color of a cedar stain and used that to weatherproof it for the outside. And as you can see, I used my CNC machine to customize the chair with both a filigree and a last name. And I'll be doing that for future orders as well. With all the compound curves, it makes the chair extremely comfortable, and as I said before, very easy to get out of. And the last thing about this chair I'd like to say is that although it's very sturdy and a little bit heavy, when you tip it back on the rear wheels, you can glide it around anywhere. And as you know, Washington is a very rainy place, so I have this 10-foot canopy outside of the shop if I need to expand a little bit and work on things outside, so I'm not as affected by the weather as I was. I built this shed from scratch last summer before I had my surgery, and this is what made so much room in the garage, because I moved all of the tools that I use irregularly out here. It's our whole house generator, a tractor, power washer, and some shelves. And it's electrified. It's got lights. Whoop. Sorry for the squeal. After we moved in, we put this driveway in. It was gravel all the way to the house. And we put the driveway in, and then we dug these two areas, actually 3 areas, this over here. We dug those down 3 feet of rocks and gravel and put 3 feet of soil in. So now we can start a garden. And my next video is going to be how I do drip irrigation in this garden so that we don't have to worry about watering it. And back in November, we had a company come out and install this covered deck in the back of our house, just so that we could be outside in the rain. And it's got heaters, it's got lights, it's got a really nice fireplace. And as you can tell, it's just concrete board right now. I'm going to be putting up mortarless rock, faux rock, and a hearth on this, and that will be a future video too. Right now I am unable to lift 80-pound bags of mortar, of Quikrete. So as soon as I can lift those and load a cement mixer, I will be putting rock on this fireplace and probably putting rock halfway up these columns. Oh, these are the chairs again. We just have cushions on them now. We're going to be making custom cushions for them, and that'll be in a video soon. So it's a really nice space, and it's kept us pretty busy. So this is just a quick video to show the left side of our driveway, and it's like a before video of the changes we're going to make. It's full of debris and rock and weeds and stuff, and that's where we're going to be putting our planter garden. So this is just the before picture. And a neighbor friend of ours had the proper machinery to come through and flatten that area and just get it ready for the landscape fabric that I was going to put down prior to building the planter garden. He was in the right place at the right time, and although he wanted to do it for free, we gave him a generous tip. And this is the after picture of the new planter garden to be. It's 40 feet across. It's going to be 14 feet deep. It'll have about 800 square feet of growing space. It'll have electricity, and it will have water coming to this corner so that we can do drip irrigation out here as well. Back there in the straw, I have Murasaki sweet potatoes growing as an experiment. We'll see how that happens. And I have my little garden now. It's just 7 tomato plants and about 10 potato plants in containers. And so far they're doing pretty well, even though we had a cold spring here, an unusually cold spring. So I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be able to catch you up on a few things. And I hope you come back for some of the projects that I have coming up in the future. And oh, by the way, I have a grandson who has his own YouTube channel. He's a very accomplished gamer, and he does videos on the games that he plays. And you might want to check him out, throw him a bone and subscribe. You can find him by doing a YouTube search, PW Filter. He has changed his name to Filter, but so far you can't find him that way. So type in just PWFILTER and give him a few likes and subscribe. Anyway, this is James signing off. I'll be back very soon to do the front garden drip irrigation. And thank you for watching. Hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell to be notified when the videos are coming. And I'm glad to be back, and see you soon.